Pennsylvania. I currently live in Kissimmee, Florida. I am 41 years old. I have bipolar, depression, OCD, anxiety, and schizophrenia. All my illnesses, pretty much depression, that's what started it off, started at 19. They actually just came out of nowhere. Depression was the big one. It set it on at 19, and down from there, it spiraled out. Not that I can think of, but from what I understand, mental illness is passed down through genes. My uncle used to suffocate my mom with a pillow. I don't know what he was diagnosed with, but he hung himself. Some experiences I had started when I was 19. Most of what I suffered from was from depression, a little bit of anxiety. I didn't know much about mental illness, so I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what was I was experiencing. It was really kind of new to me. The first time I tried to commit suicide was 19. That affected my mom and my brother in a bad way. My mom didn't find out about it, but I went into the hospital, and the procedures helped me stay alive, brought me back to life. I told my brother not to tell my mom that I committed suicide, tried to at least. I asked him not to tell her. He then told my mother. She called me 2 hours later and basically asked me what happened. She came down and picked me up from Florida and brought me back home to Pennsylvania. It didn't help me that much, but that started on my road to introduce myself to the future mental illnesses that I have. I slowly started to understand what was going on. I managed most of my feelings day to day with alcohol. That was my medication. It was very hard as I got more into alcohol. I would forget things, I would black out. It became my getaway from the feelings that I had. Altogether, I can't really tell you exactly everything I take because I don't know right now because of the brand names, the generic medications that I take. But I take 3 antipsychotics. I take about 9 to 10 medications a day, multiple times a day. But the ones that are used for mental illness, about 5 pills. Everything else is used for different health needs. Actually, I do remember the mental illness pills: lithium, Xanax, Luvex, Saphris, Seroquel, and Abilify. That's all for the mental illness. I started taking medication at age 19. They started me on a medication called Zoloft. The first month I took them, I did not have insurance, and it cost me $90. I was 19. I did not have $90 to spend a month on medication. I'd rather spend money on other things. So I quit taking the medication that was prescribed to me. The actual medication that I started on again came in my 20s. It was probably almost 15 years ago. Yeah. Um, when I first started taking medication, multiple medication. I've been on several different medications which had really bad side effects, so it was a lot of trial and error throughout the years on all the medications. It took almost 12 years to actually feel normal. Um, Medication makes me tired. That's how it's affected me most. But I'm very paranoid, and this could be due to the schizophrenia. I get scared to leave the house. I get scared to get in the car to drive, just in case I get in an accident. I don't want that to happen. That plus all the other medications on top of it has impacted my life. I always said to myself, and that was that I would never take medication if I ever changed the person I was. And unfortunately, it came to that point to where I had to take the medicine to give me a normal, well, subnormal life. It has again And tremendously, as far as my day to day life goes, I doubt I'll be the same again. It has helped me tremendously. Um, I have thought about it, but it would take me to be hospitalized to be off the medication. The fact that my life is doing pretty good right now, it's not perfect, it's not bad, and it's kind of right in the middle where it needs to be. I think that I will stay where I'm at.